And welcome to ATV Weather. I'm Josh Davis. Now, as you can see, I've been taking the temperatures all across the valley, and if you look out here in Smithfield and North Logan, the northern part of the valley, there's lower lows and lower highs. Here in the Central Valley, Logan and Providence area, you get that 52. It's a little bit warmer, but still chilly for spring. And in that south end, similar, you got that 52 as the high and 24 as the low. But let's zoom out a little bit and look at the national radar. You see here, almost the entire western half of the United States is clear as day, and we're actually going to have a little bit more on that in a bit. But if you look on the east side, it's not clear at all. Right here in this central southern area, especially in Nashville, they've had some nasty flooding, and that storm continues to make its way up the coast all the way up to Albany. But let's take a look at the state radar. Now, as you can see here, the state is almost completely empty, and that's been a pattern since last spring. Utah recently declared a state of emergency for drought. Now, climatologist Jonathan Meyer joins us. Jonathan, what actually defines a drought?
I guess there's really two components of it. It typically tends to be defined as some prolonged period of time where you don't have enough precipitation, whether it's rain or snow, to deliver enough water to a region to satisfy its demands. And so you have a water supply issue thanks to just not enough precipitation over a given period of time. It could be a couple of weeks, it could be a few months, or even years or longer in some historical cases.
Okay, so then people should plan on being in drought conditions for quite a while then.
And I think people need to understand that there is a chance that there might be a year or two, or maybe even 3 or more years where we have extremely stressed water resources. And so being comfortable with not having a green yard, or washing our cars, or using water as much as we do so freely because it's really cheap and it's always available, that those are not guarantees. And there may be coming a time where those kind of weather and climate stressors are quite a bit more tangible to our daily lives. And the earlier we can get accustomed to living a little bit more frugally, I guess, with water, the better.
So Jonathan, is there any chance that a good rainstorm or maybe like a fruitful spring could take us out of the drought?
You can't really break out of a drought with one good snow or rainfall event. You have to have more than a couple that last for a while to replenish all the lost water. But yeah, it really is a collection of many weather events that either stress the drought or limit the amount of precipitation that occurs.
Thanks, Jonathan. Now let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. So today is pretty chilly with the 52 high and a 23 low, but as we get into the weekend, it's starting to get a little warmer. So even though there is clouds on Saturday and Sunday, you should expect a high of 75 and 74 on those days. And as we start to leave the week, it'll start to get a little colder going back into next week. So now you're all caught up on ATV weather. Back to you, Sarah.
Thanks, Josh. President Noelle gave her State of the University speech this morning. The biggest news, a COVID update.
So we are going to continue the mask mandate, even if lifted by the governor for the state. We will keep that in place at least through spring semester.
Cockett hopes to decrease social distancing in fall 2021 and explained how the USU vaccination clinic will work. She also announced a new building that will be located on the quad.